Witam wszystkich ponownie w Technomancie i... Chwileczkę, tędy? Chyba tak. Udajemy się od razu do kupieckiego... A nie, musimy opuścić tą drabinę. Do kupieckiego księcia. Nie księdza, księcia. Właśnie, przy okazji. To... Tak, to mis używa. Okej. Mogę mieć 2 ładunki, mi to nie przeszkadza. Ale architektura rzeczywiście tu jest ładna. Tędy? Otwórz.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Do you have a moment?
Chwileczkę. Nie powinien mieć... Nie wierzę! O Boże. No.
Hey, you. Yes, you. Do you have a moment?
Hey there,
Hello, I'm Brett. And you are?
Zachariah.
A pleasure then, Zachariah. Are you a hunting enthusiast, a trapper, specialist in local species? Maybe a strong fellow like you might be a mixture of them all.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm none of those things.
Ah, well, my hope got the best of me. I've been looking for someone to aid in my studies. A shame. Sure you're not a hunter, or even someone who'd want to try his hand at it?
Can you tell me what's going on?
Yes, of course. You see, the focus of my study is the planet's fauna, all the insects and animals brought by the settlers that have since mutated, much like our own mutants, if not in a more spectacular way. Now, I've studied the most well-known of the creatures, of course, but I have heard of much more rare specimens, which I would go to any lengths to study. It would offer great insight into the animal mutations. Anyone can admire their beauty, but what we need is to understand how they came to be what they are. We need to study their anatomy, but they are, of course, rather dangerous.
So you need a hunter to find them and bring back your specimens. I might be able to help. What are you after?
Well, there is so much. There's a black mole and a shield toad. Also a locust I've named Locusta tempestatus, or more colorfully, the storm locust. It's been spotted in the tunnels beneath Ophir.
What can you tell me about the storm locust?
Locusta tempestatus? Well, very little but what has been told to me, actually. It is a creature, by all word, that seems to feed on electrical sources. Looks like an ordinary locust, which we know also shares the taste for electricity, but it's much larger. Perhaps its purportedly massive thirst for electricity is simply in proportion to its size? I don't know, but I'm hungry to find out.
I teraz się dowiedzieliśmy, że to rzeczywiście był struś poddany... No dobra, oni to nazywają mutacją, ale to jest naturalny proces ewolucji. Chyba że na Marsie istnieje jakaś forma promieniowania. I jestem nawet na to skłonny postawić swoje parę groszy, gdyż atmosfera jest troszkę chyba rzadsza, więc promienie słońca są bardziej szkodliwe. Wystawienie na promieniowanie słoneczne jest... no, większe, ale stopień adaptacji jest też wysoki, bo mamy takich technomantów, którzy są, jakby nie patrzeć, mutantami. Mamy też mutantów, którzy mają przerost w formie fizycznej, ale nadal to jest forma ewolucji.
What do you know about the black mole, besides the fact that it's black?
Well, its name is somewhat of a misnomer. It isn't really black. Darker than the others for sure, but not black. Its skin, though, seems to sweat venom. Wonderful, isn't it? Imagine. What a wonderful defense.
Yeah, wonderful. Always dreamed of catching poisonous moles.
Isn't it fascinating? A beautiful scientific mystery.
Każdy naukowiec jest szalony.
Already expecting the worst, but why is it called the shield toad?
Those who have had the rare opportunity to see this beautiful creature say its skin is nearly armor-like. In fact, nothing seems to be able to pierce it. No arrows, not even conventional weapons. The hunters take their best shot, but always run away terrified. Delicate little things humans are, but there has to be an explanation for this extraordinary mutation, and I must find it.
Dobrze. No ale przyznam, bardzo ciekawe zadanie. Jestem ciekaw, co z niego wyniknie. Badanie ewolucyjnych aspektów życia na Marsie. Wow! Ten książę ma się tu dobrze.
Ah, and here comes the rare pearl, the diamond in the rough that my Nisha tells me about. Come, young man.
Zachariah Mancer. was a lieutenant in Abundance.
Then welcome to Noctus Labyrinthus, Zachariah Mancer, former lieutenant of Abundance. I am Dandolo, head of this fair city.
Legendary city of the merchants. Apparently less legend than I thought, or been told.
But hopefully as glorious as legends proclaim. Regardless, for all who come seeking asylum, it opens its arms to you and your companions. You are free to call it home. Like all who have come before you, you will honor our only request, that you make yourselves useful to our city. I'm sure your skills will place you in high demand. Noctis' first Technomancer. Exciting. You'll have all the help you need with Nisha and Lucky, who I believe you've met. We'll give you a
Lucky?
room to get some rest. I hear your trip was quite eventful. There is something else. I would like to personally discuss my expectations of you. You hear? War between Abundance and Aurora's winding down. Aurora took Green Hope.
Just left Ophir a few hours ago and didn't hear anything about that.
That really surprise you? Your little censorship office probably hasn't decided what to do with the information yet. No. Don't look at me like that. You don't belong to Abundance anymore. The truce doesn't behoove us. During peace, the corporations become more suspicious of us and our business suffers. Our city could even be discovered, which would be catastrophic. In legend, it must remain.
What do you...
No, let me speak. Your welcome here comes at a price. I want you to attack an Aurora convoy. It's right up your alley.
And why would I do that?
I didn't finish. You will do it in Abundance uniforms, dissolving the truce. Do what you want with the soldiers, but let the civilians live. They need to be witnesses that will report back to Aurora.
So you keep the war going?
Precisely. And while you're at it, bring back the uniforms of the Aurora Technomancers you dispatch. I'm sure I'll find a use for them down the road. Another thing, much more trivial this time, I assure you. The rover you came in on, I'd like you to move it. Put it wherever you want, do whatever you want with it. Just make sure it's not in the way in the canyon. I just don't want Ophir to stumble over the machine and, as a result, find the road that leads here.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Oh yes, one last thing. My spies gave me a little tidbit that might interest you. Right after your escape, the ASC arrested your Technomancer brothers. That's what you call them, right? From Ophir. Their fate's uncertain, but if I was you, I'd be worried for them. If you're worried enough to want to help them, maybe we can set up some sand sails to get you back.
And your help comes at what cost? Assuming it's not out of the kindness of your heart.
Don't be so bitter, Zachariah. Business is business, not personal. I just thought a few Technomancers on our side might be useful.
Bardzo dobre, bardzo dobre.
You want to attack a convoy to reignite a war? You know how many people die in those wars? How many are mutilated, taken prisoner?
Not precisely, but I think I have a clear idea of the numbers, yeah. Every battle has its purpose, Zachariah Mancer. Abundance has fought Aurora for years for more power, out of idealism that their philosophies are more righteous than Aurora's. We don't just fight the corporations because of their damned ideals. What we do for our survival, for the survival of the misfits of Mars, the rejected, the poor, the outcasts of corporations. We fight for those who find a home with us, those I promised to protect. This mission worries you, and I get that. I do. Which is why I'm not asking you to attack your old brothers in arms, but rather just carry out the same attacks you did countless times before, under different command.
Pokrętna logika, ale muszę się z nią zgodzić. Jeśli to miejsce, ten azyl, ten mały raj zostałoby odkryte w... Oj. Siły zbrojne, czy to Ofir, czy Aurory, bo po prostu zrównało to miejsce z ziemią.
I don't know how I can move the rover. Pretty damaged.
I'm sure you can find a way to move it up here. Not sure sand sails can help, but maybe you can couple it to some ostriches. Maybe your explorer friend didn't tell you, but some corporations would start a war to own such a machine. I'd repair it if I were you. Hell, sell it if you don't think you'll ever need it. I'll be honest, though. Rovers offer freedom no other transportation does. Word is, they can even reach the North and South Poles. Just something to think about.
How'd you find out about my brothers so quickly?
Well, besides the fact that your accident and eventful arrival slowed you down, my messenger's sand sails make up in speed what they lack in protection. And of course, the arrests of Abundance's most powerful strike forces were worthy of dispatching agents to keep an eye on the situation. You haven't even given a thought to how this disrupts the current balance of forces, have you?
You know why they were arrested?
The official statement is that they were suspected of treason. Victor's pretext, I'm sure. He's a man who hates anything not under his control. Was probably planning this for quite a while. He didn't get what he wanted going at it indirectly, so he just took it head on. Whatever hope you have for their lives, I'd start to come to terms. They're probably being tortured for their secrets as we speak. And as soon as they give them up, they'll be executed. If you care about them...
Whoa.
What's the word on Anton Rogue?
A bastard like no other. My worst enemy and biggest threat. I've done my damnedest to make sure my existence, like this city, is little more than a vague rumor. Anton Rogue, though, knows damn well that me and this city are real. Just doesn't know where to find us. At least I hope not. He's big business competition, hopes to push the power of his organization into every corporation. And what better way for him to do it than through us? I do what I can to prevent him from reaching us, but he's not a man who quits till he gets what he wants.
Then why even try to stop him? It's just business, right?
True enough. But his methods aren't good for my business, or yours. He's a product of the Abundance regime, and because of that, he only knows terror and violence as his tools. I prefer, well, more tactical methods.
I see your mutants walk around free here. They welcome, too?
And why wouldn't they be? They're the future of our planet, Zachariah. Though I'm sure that makes little sense to someone who grew up in a corporation that treats them like they are a lesser people. They work hard. They're excellent guides and artisans, perfect spies, and for me, key commercial partners for Noctis. It may be a surprise to you to learn that they hope to form a mutant nation someday, and I believe they have that right. So I've been supporting them with whatever meager means at my disposal.
Coraz bardziej mi się podobasz. Dobra. To zostawimy. Czy ja mogę cię otworzyć? Nie mogę cię otworzyć. No, kawałek jeszcze dalej. O, jeden. Czy ja znowu nie mogę biegać? Nie mogę. Dobra. 2. Tego już nie mogę. Okej. Czas pójść do naszej skrytki. Zostawić tam od groma rzeczy, bo bądźmy szczerzy, tego mamy od groma. Metalowe komponenty.
Piece of shit wants to restart the war with Aurora? Like enough damn lives haven't been lost already? And you want to just obey him?
What choice do we have, Amelia? Look around. We're in the desert. Ophir's after me, and that rover's dead.
Nic nie powiesz? A cóż. Dobra, gdzie to jest? Gdzieś tutaj... Nie tu. Chociaż? O, tu! O, chwała. Cudownie się tu znalazły wszystkie moje rzeczy. Tak. Skrzynia. Okej, ekwipu... Oj, 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 oj. Kura. Potwierdź. 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 Wszystko. Dobra, co tu jeszcze mamy? Przepływka wypływająca pułapka. To można by nawet sprzedać. Hełm Jeffreya. To wygląda na bardzo dobrą rzecz. To ja to sobie zachowam. Tak. Hełm pilota, hełm żołnierza. To nie. Mundur żołnierza. Ile ja tego mam? Kurtka robotnika. Spodnie najeźdźcy. Roboty żołnierza. Dobra. A tutaj nie mogę. Kolczasty kostur. Kurde. Ulepszenie trafienia krytyczne. Ulepszenie obrażeń 4. No bardzo ładne rzeczy, tylko... No drogie. Drogie. A właśnie! Odzyskajmy co nieco zwiększonego expa. Dobra, po kolei. Okej. Wejdź do kaplicy. Wiecie co? Najpierw chyba uratuję swoich kompanów. Zresztą to może być trudne. To może najpierw łazik? Kurde, to jest ciężki wybór. A, po drugiej stronie. Jeszcze jedna? Nie. Co pan ma? I znowu nie ma schematów. Wzmocniony kostur pokryty miedzią. 30. Korci. Co by najpierw... Chwileczkę. W ogóle dobrą stronę idę? Bardzo. Naokoło, ale idę. Hello? Chwileczkę. 3, 2... Ulala. Nie, chyba najpierw... Najpierw zajmę się zdecydowanie łazikiem. To umożliwi mi transport we wszelakiej maści miejsca. Dobra. Panowie?
Hey there.
What do you want, human?
I took the rover all the way down into the canyon. Unfortunately, that's where I hit a wild ostrich, and now the thing won't drive. Heard you might be able to help get it back here.
And why exactly would we want to help you? We who are just monsters to you and your kind, even here. One of us was just lynched. And what did your kind do about it? Nothing. And when we are sick, what one of you would help us even in fair exchange for serum? Why then, answer me, would we help you now?
You said
Zapytają
there was
Lynch.
a lynching. Tell me about it. Maybe I could help.
The last time a man helped a mutant, it was only to bring a chair to help him reach the noose. And those that didn't participate watched and did nothing.
Who were these men?
It was those crazy religious zealots who hate us. Believe we have no souls. If we want the prince to do something, we need evidence. Same goes for handling it ourselves. But all we have is the body of our brother. We won't punish an innocent. We are not like them.
Not all humans are like that. Maybe I'll have some better luck asking around. I'll look into it.
Znaleźć kogoś, kto był świadkiem egzekucji. Dobra. Mamy questa. Dobra, gdzie jest... Gdzie jest... Tam. No dobra, wracamy się. I powtórzę to raz jeszcze. Szybka podróż, kurde. Dlaczego tu nie ma szybkiej podróży? Ale fakt, samo miejsce jest osobliwe. Wygląda przerażająco, jeśli pod względem konstrukcyjnym, bo powiedzmy szczerze, to nie są niebezpieczne, to są strasznie niebezpieczne budynki. Ale z drugiej strony, żyją tu ludzie, którzy są wolni. A to jest bardzo ważna rzecz.
I'm kind of over the preacher's tales. He's definitely a good storyteller, but he recycles the stories over and over and over
Nie.
and over and... Well, you get the point. Doomsday this...
Może ty?
Well,
Did you hear about that mutant who got lynched? I want to know who did it.
I see. But why do you think I would know anything about it?
You know what goes on in that neighborhood like any merchant should. And you don't think that this kind of story is bad for business? The mutants are furious. You really want them to turn the whole city upside down in order to find the culprit?
You're not wrong. I guess that we'd better turn in the culprits and be done with it. It's a gang of fanatics from the temple that lynched that poor guy. Oh, it was awful.
Why didn't you do anything then?
It was an angry crowd, and I mean, I have nothing against mutants, of course, but...
A spine like a jellyfish, but it walks like a human. Thanks for the information, I guess.
Eczkę. Czy ty Nie, ty nie miałeś. Czyli porozmawiać z fanatykami, gdzie oni są. I oczywiście po drugiej stronie mapy, tak? Zaraz. Nie, są na górze, zaraz. Tędy. Aha, dobra. Rozmawiaj z fanatykami. Nawróćmy ich na jedyną słuszną wiarę we mnie. Ach. To oni? Tak, nawet wyglądają. Dobrze. Czas negocjacji. Przy użyciu siły, znając życie. O! Poproszę. Panowie fanatycy.
Gentlemen, you are responsible for an awful crime. It's pointless to try to deny it. Several witnesses saw you. You didn't even try to be discreet.
We didn't have to hide. We're carrying out a divine mission, and nobody will prevent us from doing so. Not even you. Come on, guys! For the shadow!
The Shadow?
Hey, get that gun!
Raz, dwa, trzy.
Stop by the shadow! Stop!
Yes. Yes! We killed the soulless mutant. But who cares? They gave their souls to the sun and betrayed the shadow. And their horrid forms became punishment. Why does it concern you?
Whatever your superstitions, over here, mutants are free. And believe me, when they learn that you're behind all this, I wouldn't bet that you'll get out of this alive.
No, no! I beseech you, don't tell them. Think about the turmoil it will create in the city, the riots. How about raising their doubts over something else? You would be rewarded.
Donieść na fanatyków. Tak, doniosę na nich. Nie ma mowy, nie będę... Zaraz, gdzie oni są? Tu, dobra. Jaczkę, w dobrą stronę ja idę. Tam. Bądźmy szczerzy. Słowo fanatyk to jest dla mnie po prostu jak... nie lubię. Fanatyzm to jest zaślepienie całkowite, nieuznawanie niczego innego poza wąskim światopoglądem. To jest zaraza, którą powinno się wyplenić. Więc ja na nich doniosę, będzie trochę zamieszania, to fakt, ale no do cholery. Zaś się pogubiłem. O, dobrze. Dobrą ja stronę idę? Tak, w dobrą. Chyba. Tak, dobrą. Mam nadzieję, że nagle mi tu ktoś nie wyskoczy z... Hej! My tu pilnujemy. Ładu i nieładu. Nie ma, nie są. Aurora?
Hey there.
What do you want, human?
Regarding the investigation you asked me to do.
Did you find anything? Who killed our brother?
Nie lubię fanatyków, ale z drugiej strony chaos w mieście.
Listen, you were right. It's the gang of fanatics that's behind this murder. But you shouldn't seek vengeance. I know that it's hard to hear, but you're gonna start a riot in town, and innocent people will get hurt, maybe killed.
Listen, man, you look straight. And I thank you for turning in the culprits. But when it comes to the rest, forget it. It's not your business. You're not a mutant. We're gonna make those scumbags pay, and that's that. Your help has been appreciated. And I see that there are exceptions to the selfishness that pervades most of your kind. We will get your vehicle, but it will take some time. We can only work at night, and the ostriches will have a hard time with such a large machine. We should have it back within 12 hours for you.
Jej!
Fucking hope that you know what you're doing. They'd better give it back to me without a scratch. I mean, no more scratches than it already has. Otherwise, I'll make them eat their fucking ostriches. After all, it is their fault.
O, daj spokój. To nie jest ich wina. No dobra, poczekaj. Chociaż nie wiemy, czy to jest ich wina, bo... Chwileczkę? Wyposaż drużynę w mundury pełni. To do ciebie, ale chwileczkę. Nie ma... Pancerz pilota... Hełm z wizjonerem. Właśnie.
I just need information.
The only information I have is about my goods.
No dobra.
Goodbye then.
Okej.
Shame, I have some wonderful goods.
Nie wątpię. Dobrze, musimy poczekać 11 godzin. A w tym czasie, no, możemy teoretycznie zrobić wszystko. Możemy... Możemy udać się z powrotem, robić rozróbę w Ofir. O, i chyba nawet to zrobię. Ale chyba poza nagraniem. Dobrze. Cóż, w międzyczasie postaram się trochę podlewelować, może, i załatwić mundury, przygotować się do ataku. Zobaczymy, czas pokaże. Niemniej, dziękuję wszystkim za oglądanie. Jeśli materiał się spodobał, poprosimy zostawić lajka. Jeśli macie jakieś pytania bądź sugestie, z radością przeczytam je wszystkie w komentarzu. Ja ze swojej strony jeszcze raz dziękuję, życzę miłego dnia, jak i do zobaczenia.